Hello, Bob Ullman here, coming at you from Nashua, New Hampshire on this great August 8th. And this is 2013. I want to talk today about never giving up. Okay, there's some great. This is an important topic because it's one of the greatest. I'm a student of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I'm part of a morning group. We speak about it every day. It's one of the things that I love studying because the lessons learned here. In Napoleon Hill, what did was he looked at the reason why why 98% of the public, in some ways, consider their lives, somewhat as failures or not, certainly not having achieved their dreams. And this is, in life. And he actually studied these. He studied about 500 of the very successful people and what they did. There are some common threads in studying people like Andrew Carnegie, which was the one he studied the most. Richest man at in the early 1900s, president of owner of United Steel Corporation. Bottom line is one great thing. He became friendly with Henry Ford, with Thomas Edison, people like that he was introduced to, and watched them and studied. And one very, very similar thread is this never giving up thread. Okay, never giving up. I mean, that's something that winners, well, you know what they say, winners never quit and quitters never win. And I know that is, I believe that's an original Napoleon Hill quote. Winners never quit and quitters never win. And that is so true. Now we look at people like, I think the greatest example is Thomas Edison. Okay, Thomas Edison invented the incandescent light bulb, which is still around. I mean, although it's going off into the dust as it's been replaced by some different type of light bulbs today and fluorescence and so forth, energy savings. But needless to say, that was invented in the 1800s. I mean, this invention lasted well over 100 years. That was, really popular, and they're still around. Like I said, I mean, I still have a bunch of. Okay, 10,000 tries. 10,000 tries to come up with the bulb. That was a long time, over a period of a long time. And it was, I don't know exactly the length of time. I can tell you it was probably, over a period of some years. 10,000 tries, different tries. Every time he didn't, he got one that didn't work. And what was the hard part? Well, it was finding the filament that would burn. And as it got hot, that would still stay lit as it glowed, as opposed to burning out. This was no easy task. He had to try all kinds of combinations. Okay, all kinds of combinations, and of different things, and 10,000 tries. And when asked afterwards, Thomas, by the reporter, Thomas or Mr. Edison, how did it feel to fail 10,000 times? He simply said, he said, young man, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways it wouldn't work. And that's the bottom line. In other words, he looked at each so-called failure as a successful way of finding out what doesn't work. That he was successful at finding that, and he moved on to the next one. By framing it that way, it was not. He didn't consider it a failure at all, because it successfully got him closer to his goal, and he knew that. So that's the difference. It's the way we frame it. That's why this never give up. Back when I was young, I knew of a young man that was one of the friends in the neighborhood, and I do remember, whenever there was a game, we'd play a game and everything. Things didn't go his way. He would always say, "Yeah, I'm out of here. I quit." Walked away, and he was very good at the various sports that we played: stickball, punchball, various sports in Bronx, New York that we played. And he would always quit easy. And later on in life, as we got to be teenagers and so forth, and we all did some of the things we shouldn't do. And quite frankly, some of us just had to experiment and learn some things. In my case, I had some stuff to learn, and I'm glad I learned that, and I got past a lot of that, and I don't do that today. But this young man did fall into some deep problems with some of the drugs and things like that. And I always and he he's actually no longer with us. He had his life was never that easy. I think most of his life he remained addicted to drugs, and I always felt, even going back, just if there was something, even as a child, if you could have had more of that never give up philosophy. I remembered seeing that. The rest of us would go back to the game. I mean, we'd have a little argument, this and that. Things didn't go our way. The referee, somebody did something unfair, whatever. And then we go back and finish the game and play and kind of forget it, push it aside. He couldn't seem to do that. And he would quit easy. And quitters never win, winners never quit. It's just as simple as that. So if you have a dream, if you're going towards something, if you're in the home business arena, but whatever it is, I don't care. Even if it's not the home business arena, I don't care if you want to learn how to play guitar. Here's mine. You want to learn. You want to learn how to play guitar, whatever it is, or you want to learn how to be a great cook or a great chef, or you want to. Let's say someone wants to be a fashion model. Let's say you want to be a doctor. Let's say you want to be a great author, or write a book. I mean, they say we all have a book or two in us. I think I have one or two in mine and in me, and I'd like to do that myself. That's one of my goals. Whatever it is, we can never give up. Okay, we can never give up. Let's define our major definite purpose. Let's know what we want to do. Let's never give up. Let's just go for it until we get it. Because if you never give up, you've got to win in the long run. Remember, winners never quit, and quitters never win. That's my message for today. Have fun. If you'd like to join me in business, click on one of the links below. I'd love to work with you. Great talking with you today. Bye-bye.